Okay, I can see myself this time. Hooray. The last time I did this, the camera just wouldn't work at all. And it's funny because I actually mistakenly said that it was because Mercury was in retrograde, but that doesn't happen yet. And I just realized I forgot to put my light here. So um, it's okay. You can see me. Actually, maybe I'll just get it. I'm live now, so there's nothing I can do about it now. Yeah, it's anyway. I just wanted to pop on here first of all to see if this was working again. Hang on a second here. 1 second. All right. So now that I know that this is working again, that's great. Yeah, I mistakenly said it was Mercury retrograde. I think that starts tomorrow, but I gotta double check that. Anyway, so I'm just popping on here just because I am going to do a full read tomorrow for the week. And we're going to count that as, we're not going to count that as, we're going to discuss the eclipse because holy crap, if you've even turned the news on for 5 seconds, it's all about this eclipse. And oh my God, what's going to happen? And this is happening and that's happening. And anyway, there's a lot going on. So what I wanted to do today was, because it's Easter Sunday, let's just focus our attention not on that and get all worked up about it right now. We'll have a good discussion tomorrow in the energy read and see. But let's go back and focus on what we're supposed to be focusing on, which is the light, the consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the heart-centered awakening, whatever it looks like or sounds like for you. This is a day for us to kind of start to pay attention to that. Again, there's no mistake in the universe being made when all of this stuff is happening within the same amount of time. It was just 144 when I said that. So the 144 ascension codes are definitely streaming in. I've noticed that quite a bit. So yeah, today I just really wanted to do a quick energy update and check in with the cards and check in with you all and check in with my computer and make sure it was working. So yeah, like I said, we'll do a bigger read on the eclipse as we're heading into that last week before it comes in, and we'll discuss all the other things that are coming up around it. It's like getting pretty big mainstream attention, which anytime you notice that the mainstream is paying attention, it's usually more because they're trying to work up the fear, right? Work it up, get the fear quotient churned up, get people distracted from doing their light work, right? This Christ consciousness. The thumbnail on this video is a representation of Christ sitting under a tree and all the light streaming forth from heart center. So just a reminder, I just wanted to come on here and say for this Easter Sunday, just a quick reminder of, that's what we're supposed to be focusing on: ourselves, our development, our light, our ascension, our transformation, not putting a lot of stock in everything that's going on. Yeah, the basics I just wanted to say is, I'm not overly religious, and so I don't read the Bible a lot, but this one particular light is that's always stuck with me is I am the way, the truth, the life, right? They always say the life, right? Like that's how it exemplifies how we should be living our life. And if I'm not mistaken, that's from John. I don't know the number, but the Gospel of John is also a really, like, if you are going to read the Bible, that's how, it's like the manual for how to live the Christ consciousness way, right? Yeah. Anyway, I called this the light because I like the fact that it's like, I feel like, and if you're a Christian, I'm not doing this to offend you, but I feel like sometimes the Bible's been way misinterpreted anyway, but that's a whole other kind of thing. um, I am the way, the truth, and I think it's the light. It should be the light. Um, it's showing us how to be that, the light, right? And that this um, that Jesus coming back is really that it's the light coming through our heart center, um, and when we're fully, all of us on this planet, enveloping the Christ consciousness. Um, and I definitely don't think that this eclipse isn't like a pretty good indication of that's something that, we're dealing with something significant in the energy this time. So yeah, let's just do some quick cards. This is really just a check-in. I hope you're having a nice Easter with your family, friends, whatever you do. And that it's just that we can dedicate some moments today to ourselves in terms of meditation, prayer, and just, again, keeping our vibration high. Like I've said this from the beginning, every time the distraction stuff starts to kick up really high, it's because it's the mechanism to put us into fear of some kind, right? And they're throwing everything at the wall on this one. Like, we'll talk about it tomorrow in the energy read, but the CERN Hadron Collider is going to be turned on the same day. Like, why, and what are the odds of that, right? There's just a lot of things, I think, out there really trying to stir up the fear, this is the apocalypse and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to say, particularly for this Easter Sunday, whether you celebrate or not, let's take this time for ourselves to invest in our energy, and raise the vibe of love within our hearts, and start to shine that light out to the world. I honestly think, again, we've been talking about this for weeks, about us being the best vessel we can for this light. Okay, so I'm just going to do one card from Sacred Earth, and you just want to kind of gear it around what should we be looking at today. Yeah, and you might want to do some studying on that. I am the truth, right? The light, or the way and the light. So it's basically like the good template to follow, right? Ooh, we got a lot here. I'm gonna got 7 cards there. I don't have time to read that. I have to go to an Easter dinner. So, okay, I just want one for the overall message of today's energy, and things that we can be looking at. Okay, I always love this card. Rediscovery. Rediscovery, I always say, is it's the inner child, but they also have the goddess symbol within the heart. So to me, that is exactly like what I just said. We need to have this rediscovery of the light that is within us, of the Christ consciousness that is already within us. So even just spending a few moments meditating today and really just connecting with that energy and knowing that we're part of it. We're all part of it. Okay, let's take a quick look at the cards. We're just going to use the Christ Consciousness deck. I'm going to do 3 of these. Yeah, I got it. Oh, that's... Okay, honestly, I love when you can make this up. First of all, on the bottom of the deck, it just caught my attention, is Jesus. The card is the teacher. Walk the talk, right? I mean, it's cliche. I just want to say all the cliche things, like, what would Jesus do? Be like Jesus, all those things. They're all just coming to mind right now, right? So it's just how can we be and follow the way, the truth, and the life, right? Now, which way do I want to do this? Okay, so first off, we got with the Christ consciousness deck, we got Lionheart, standing firm. This to me is like the big, like we're about to need to stand firm and stand brave and courageous and steady and strong. This is just giving us that little like, it's interesting because, you know, the lion and the lamb, right? Like the Easter period tends to be more about the lamb. Um, but I think this is like just making sure we're, I don't want to say we need to be on guard because that's, again, I'm not here to pump up any fear or anything like that. And I don't think we need to be there, but we need to know who we are and what we're believing in and what's coming. And we stand firm and we don't waver. You know, this is also the father lion, right? Like the Leo, the leader, so we're being called to like step up and lead. Now, here's the thing that I found really funny. We got both Mary and Joseph, the father, the masculine and feminine energies coming in together to create this strong pride, tribe, whatever, your group of people, your family. Basically, like I'm just seeing we're just ready. Like it's like he's also standing, you can't tell for sure, but it's like he's standing on a precipice overlooking the light coming in. So yeah, I think this is going to balance the masculine and feminine energies this Easter. So with Joseph, the words are fathering and responsibility, and marrying is mothering and nurturing. And I think this is like, because what I asked with the cards is what we personally, individually needed to be focusing on. So the best place for us to be able to stand true and firm and steady and courageous is having a good balance of our masculine and feminine energy. So we're nurturing as much as we're being responsible for taking care of things. So yeah, that's really interesting to get for today. So I think that's a really good place for us to kind of like look at. Make sure you're doing at least some kind of meditation where we're just, I think, yeah, nurturing and caring for ourselves, but also tending to things that need to be looked after. So it's also coming up like it's also supposed to be kind of like a day of kind of peace today, right? Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I got some good. I also wanted to just do some. It's funny that Mary's coming up again in these cards. Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Okay, so I really do think that that's sort of the overall goal. It's funny because I wasn't sure if I was going to read these on camera, and I may or may not, but because sometimes, you know, I'm still learning them, that my little Leonor, I never say it right, Lenormand deck. I'm just probably going to share the card with you 1 second here. So yeah, definitely strong. You know, it's no doubt. Oh, and then I just flipped up Mary Magdalene too. It's interesting. The feminine's coming through really strong, but then we got those two, the Lion and Joseph cards. So yeah, it's us like sort of mastering this energy. Yeah. All right. We also got the Shekinah. Let's read Mary Magdalene's first. I'm kind of all over the place because I realized I started this live late, but I have to get going. So, okay, Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. That's the other teacher card. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. Okay, we're definitely getting like that. It's just like this indication of like, okay, make sure everything's in balance, masculine and feminine energy. Get ready to stand strong. We're being called on we're going to be stepping up and teaching very quickly here. We also got the Shekinah. Sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Yeah, so I think it's just about being in this energy today, and making sure we're in our uh, best possible form. And yeah, it's just time. Okay, I'm not going to read these because I am running out of time, but we'll put them in the week read probably. But I just want to, I was just playing around with them to see if I was going to use them, and this card came up with, which I don't know if you can see on there, the lilies, the white lilies, the Christ lilies. To me, this is always associated with peace. I think just in general, they're associated with peace. So it is really asking us to make sure our energies are balanced, but also be use today, I think, as a moment of peace and quiet, because it seems like this next week is just going to be, it's going to be pretty intense. It's not that it's not going to be, you know, we just have to do our best this week to remain in our best energy. So again, use this moment of peace on this lovely day of peace. The peace and Easter lilies. Yeah, it's just a good message. So enjoy the light as it comes in, embodying this light, connecting to it. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for we'll do a full week read and really get into this eclipse thing, because it's obviously important. We just don't know what's going to happen yet. All right, yeah, sorry for being kind of all over the place. This was more a quick read and a check-in, but I wanted to also make sure my camera was working so I could do a live tomorrow. Yeah, so enjoy your Sunday, your day of peace and quiet, but just keep remembering to keep everything in balance, all your energy, all your, all, and in the vibration of love. Try not to be going into fear. It's really important at this time. All right, take care. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.